José Mourinho has only just returned to Real Madrid, but the first major disagreement may have already begun. Mourinho wants another central midfielder. Florentino Pérez believes the squad is already strong enough. And behind that simple disagreement lies a much bigger question. Who will truly control Real Madrid's new era? Mourinho wants a midfielder who can dictate the tempo, protect the defense, and bring balance to the entire system. Perez, however, appears unwilling to approve another major signing. From the president's point of view, Real Madrid have already invested heavily. Now it is Mourinho's responsibility to make the existing pieces work, and that puts the Portuguese coach in a very difficult position. Real Madrid's midfield has not looked the same since the departure of Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, and Casemiro. For years, those three players gave Madrid almost everything a midfield needed. Casemiro protected the defense, Kroos controlled the rhythm, Modric created solutions under pressure. Together, they gave Real Madrid intelligence, balance, personality, and control. They did not simply move the ball, they controlled matches. When the game became chaotic, they slowed it down. When Madrid needed to attack, they accelerated it. And when the pressure became overwhelming, they rarely lost their composure. Replacing a midfield like that was never going to be easy, because Madrid were not only replacing three footballers, they were trying to replace the brain of an entire team. Real Madrid chose a different path. Instead of replacing experience with similar experience, the club invested in youth, power, speed, and physical intensity. Aurelien Tchouameni and Eduardo Camavinga arrived for a combined investment of roughly 150 million euros. Both are talented, both are athletic, and both still have the potential to become elite midfielders. But they are not Kroos and Modric. They do not control matches in the same way. They can recover the ball, they can cover large spaces, they can carry possession forward. But Madrid still lack a natural organizer in the center of the field. A player who can receive the ball under pressure, look around, and immediately understand what the match needs. Someone who knows when to speed the game up and when to slow everything down. That is the problem Mourinho is trying to solve. Federico Valverde has arguably been Madrid's most dependable midfielder. He brings energy, discipline, defensive work, and powerful forward runs. But Valverde is at his best when he is allowed to move, when he can cover ground, attack space, and arrive from deeper positions. He is not a traditional deep-lying playmaker who remains in one area and controls every phase of possession. Jude Bellingham creates another tactical dilemma. When Bellingham plays closer to the penalty area, he becomes one of Real Madrid's most dangerous attacking weapons. He arrives in the box, he attacks open spaces, he scores important goals. But when he is moved into a deeper midfield role, Madrid may gain another body in the build-up, while losing one of their biggest goal threats. That is the trade-off. Using Bellingham deeper may help the midfield, but it can also weaken the attack, and Mourinho knows he cannot solve one problem by creating another. Mourinho understands exactly what is missing. That is why he reportedly wants a specialist. Not simply another famous name, not another attacking midfielder, and not another player who needs freedom to perform. Mourinho wants a midfielder capable of becoming the tactical foundation of the team, a player who can give Real Madrid stability when the match becomes stretched, a player who can protect the defense without forcing Bellingham or Valverde to sacrifice their greatest strengths. According to reports, Mourinho has identified profiles such as Rodri, Enzo Fernandez, and Alex McAllister. They are different players, but they share several important qualities. They are comfortable receiving the ball under pressure. They understand positioning. They can control possession. And they can connect the defense to the attack. For Mourinho, a player like that would not be a luxury. It would be the center of his entire tactical plan. But Florentino Pérez reportedly sees the situation differently. Real Madrid have already strengthened several areas of the squad. The club has brought in Bernardo Silva, Marc Cucurella, Denzel Dumfries, and Ibrahima Konate. At the same time, players such as Dani Carvajal, David Alaba, Dani Ceballos, and Fran Garcia have departed. This is already a significant rebuild. From the board's perspective, the squad now has enough quality, enough depth, and enough experience to compete for major trophies. Perez may believe the problem is no longer recruitment, the problem is organization, and organization is the coach's responsibility. There is also a practical issue. Real Madrid may not have room for another midfielder unless someone leaves, and the player most frequently linked with a possible departure is Eduardo Camavinga. That creates a sensitive decision. Selling Camavinga could help finance Mourinho's preferred signing, but it could also mean giving up on a player who still has enormous potential. Camavinga is athletic, versatile, and capable of playing in several positions. He can defend, he can carry the ball, and he can change the energy of a match. But Mourinho may be asking a different question. Is potential alone enough? The Portuguese coach has always valued tactical reliability. He wants players who understand their responsibilities immediately, players who can maintain the structure of the team, players he can trust in the most difficult moments. For Mourinho, talent is important, but discipline is essential, and at a club like Real Madrid, there is very little time to wait for potential to become consistency. This is where the tension between Mourinho and Perez becomes important. Perez is building for both the present and the future. Mourinho is under pressure to win immediately. Those two objectives can exist together, but they do not always lead to the same decisions. The president may believe the squad only needs better organization. The coach may believe the squad is missing a specific type of player. Perez is thinking about the club's long-term structure. Mourinho is thinking about the next major match. Neither position is completely unreasonable, but only one of them can determine what happens next. And when Real Madrid's president and manager disagree over the direction of the team, the consequences can become serious, especially when the manager is José Mourinho. For now, this should not be described as an open war. There has been no public confrontation, no explosive press conference, and no direct attack from either side. But the disagreement reveals the first major test of Mourinho's return. Can he create a balanced midfield using the players already available? Can he turn Tchouaméni and Camavinga into a reliable partnership? Can he keep Valverde's energy without losing control? And can he protect Bellingham's attacking influence while still making the midfield function? These are not minor tactical questions. They could define Real Madrid's entire season. Because Mourinho has now been given both power and responsibility. The squad has changed, major signings have arrived, and expectations remain enormous. If the system succeeds, Mourinho will be praised for restoring order and competitive intensity to Real Madrid. But if the midfield continues to struggle, the board will have a very simple response. The players were already there. The coach simply failed to find the right formula. That is what makes this situation so dangerous for Mourinho. He wants one more piece to complete his plan. Perez wants him to prove that the plan can work without it. One man believes the squad is still incomplete. The other believes the coach has already been given enough. And at Real Madrid, disagreements are rarely allowed to remain small for very long. The season has not truly begun, the pressure is already building, and José Mourinho may already be facing his first major battle at the Bernabéu.